Hi everyone, just a quick one today about doing some research because I've been seeing a lot of people turn up to my clinic to get some treatment, and a lot of them are trusting people on social media or on the street or whatever at face value and taking things that could be detrimental and have been in some cases because someone told them that it was a good idea. Usually it's sort of nutritional and herbal medicine rather than allopathic stuff. You know, people don't normally take that kind of stuff at face value, which is a good thing. But we need to also be a bit careful about what we're doing with natural therapies and things like that, because everyone's body is different and the research is normally a little bit reductionist in that they're looking at one problem and one solution. They're not looking at the whole picture usually, because it's very difficult to do that with research. But there are some good studies out there that have looked at the whole picture of different individuals and things like that. But normally they're sort of cohort studies where they're groups of people that come in and take a certain thing or make a certain dietary change to see if it makes a difference. And then the results are sort of made into a bit of a mathematical equation, and you get a certain percentage of people that may have had benefit and a certain percentage of people that didn't have benefit, and some that may have had side effects and things like that. So looking across the board at the actual research is a really good idea for understanding whether something may be good for you or not, especially looking at things like risks and side effects, because there are certain herbs that will react with medications. There are certain herbs that will react with environmental toxins that you might be exposed to. And then there's idiopathic things that happen for whatever reason. We have no idea. It's just that person's body was different and didn't process the herb or the constituent like we thought it would. So it can apply to pretty much anything that you're doing, like whether it be a nutritional therapy or whether it be a herbal medicine or whatever it is that you're thinking about doing because someone told you to, applies here to that. Because, sorry, that was a really bad sentence. This applies to that because you really just need to understand how things work and what their action is, and understand your body as well, because we do need to kind of wake up a little bit when it comes to our bodies and listen to our bodies, because we are different to the person sitting next to us. We have a different microbiome because we eat different foods and we're exposed to different things. It changes the way that our microbiome is, because certain strains of whether it be a good or bad bacteria or a parasite or not all parasites are bad, or a fungal thing or a whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's a little organism that lives in your body and helps you to digest food and helps you to have an immune system and all that sort of stuff. So we all have different ones because we're all exposed to different things. And even, two partners in a marriage have a different way that their body works. Not just a different microbiome, but a different mineral profile, a different vitamin profile, a different way. Even though they might be eating the same foods, they might be exposed to different things because the husband might work, I don't know, as a mechanic, and the wife might be a farmer. I don't know. But it's just, you just have to be aware that your body is different to the person sitting next to you, and you need to kind of have an understanding of how your body is working. And then you also need to understand the research behind whatever it is that you're considering taking on. Has there been any side effects? Usually there have, because that's just how it is. And what are they? And is it likely that you may have issues? Is there a drug reaction that might be a problem? I know, for example, with cancer drugs like chemo and those sorts of things, you can't have curcumin, so you can't have turmeric and those sorts of things, because they react with those drugs. And so that can be a problem. And a lot of people that have certain types of cancers are told by people off the street to take turmeric products while they're on chemo, and that's really not a good idea. So yeah, just do your research properly and understand how your body works, what medications you're on and what could happen, because I really don't want to see you turn up and say, oh, well, you know, I don't know, I reacted to turmeric, for example, because that's the be all and end all herb at the moment. That's the one that seems to be the magic fix for everything, and it is a great herb, but it's not the magical fix for everything. It can be great as an anti-inflammatory, but it can also cause digestive issues, because it can, if you've already got a fairly weak gut lining, it can irritate and cause problems. Or if you're making too much of certain acids, that can react with the turmeric and cause some problems. So it really is an individual based thing, and I don't want to see you come in because you're now really sick because you've taken something that someone off the street suggested you take, and now you're unwell because of it, because you just didn't understand that there is research out there on most herbal medicines. You can look it up on like PubMed or Google Scholar or any of those sorts of things and see what the research is. It's a good idea to background check who's doing that research, because most research is reductionist, as in this is the problem, this is the solution. And so there's sort of a narrow view of what it might do and what it might not do. And also, you know, there may be certain biases, and people are not perfect, and we all have our backgrounds and things that we enjoy and things that we don't like. For example, I am pharmacophobic, so I am very unlikely to choose a allopathic medicine option over a herbal one. And so if I was to do a trial or a study, then my bias would show then, because I would be trying to prove that a herbal medicine is possibly better than or works just as well as an allopathic one. So yeah, just understanding those things really is what I came on here to say, because I think it's really important. So there you go, there's your health message for the week.